How we all doing? Homestead Fresh. He and his wife Shauna just did their review on pros and cons on the Woodland Mills HM122. When I bought this mill, I was looking for people that had them, and they came up, and that's how I got to watching them. They got a great channel. You might want to skip over there and give them a look. They do interesting things. She's a manufacturer of soap, and I don't know what he does for a job. Probably electronics, because he's pretty good to that stuff, and pretty good to other stuff too. I don't know, but they have a homestead. They've got chickens and turkeys, a mule, bees. I think they've got goats or lamb. Goats. Anyway, he has a mill, and he did a review of it and give him a look-see. I'm going to do my review. I don't have any cons. Everything has been pro. It's been learning. There's some lumber that I've sawed with it. The tarp is just laid on it because I cover it with a tarp. That's for my daughter and son-in-law. They're going to build a storage shed for their lawnmower. But the reason I bought this mill in the first place was this right here. That is a non-saleable piece of timber. It's basswood, lindwood, which is great carving material. But that would lay in the woods and rot because you can't sell it. It's too small. A mill, professional mill, wouldn't buy it. And I bought this mill for this purpose. It had a crook. You can start to see here, there's a crook here. I've sawed 2 7-foot logs out of it already. So you had to cut it because you just can't scale if stuff is too crooked and you can't sell it. Even if it was 8 foot, it's too small in diameter. I think it has to be 9 inches. I'm trying to get this tape measure out, and it won't stay out. Try one at a time. It has to be 9 inches. See, that's only 8, so that's an inch shy. Some mills will take 8-inch logs of something very desirable, but basswood is not a high-dollar log. It's expensive to go buy a piece of it to carve, and I can utilize that. And that's what my dream of this mill was. It's actually when I do my second retirement, this will be to substitute the income and do something I enjoy. And I'm going to make a modification, and I do hope the folks at Woodland Mills watch this, and they could even perhaps think of this. I'm going to go between one of the set of log bunks, and I'm going to add in another bunk across with a log stop on it, and that would give me the potential to saw desirable cuts of wood down to 24 inches. But it certainly would give you the 48-inch and still clamp safely and not have a problem clamping, because now if you go a 48 here and here with that clamp, your log has a tendency to want to turn. And if I just take a log clamp, actually buy some steel, and make a short one, it clamps right straight on at the halfway point. And I am going to do that, because there is a lot of beautiful cuts of maple, cherry, oak, and stuff like that that's very positive for wood turning. I mean, I wouldn't cut hemlock that short. That's just a framing wood. But there's very desirable cuts of wood that actually are going for firewood that you could get and clean up off job sites and stuff for nothing. And you could make marketable wood turning, furniture building product. Nobody builds furniture with an 8-foot log or wood turning. Well, I don't say nobody. And one other thing I do that works well for me, I keep 2 chainsaws out here. One is sharp and one is not. And you could see the end of this log, getting it out was all mud. And I try to trim them up neatly before I put them on the mill with the sharp one, either end. And I did take there was that where that was turning, there was kind of a curl here. I took that off. And with the dull one, if you watch chainsaw carving, I take the tip of the bar and I clean the mud off. And I use a dull chain. I handle the saw safely. I have eye protection on. Yeah, right. Anyway, I think about, you know, if you do it, put on eye protection, cut pants and stuff. You got to saw with a chain break, hold it with both hands. I know using the tip of the bar, they warn against that, but if you watch people that are chainsaw carving, that's all they use is the tip of the bar. And you can peel that mud right off from there and save your saw so much. Anyway, I'm very happy with the mill. I haven't done many milling videos. And very happy, no complaints. I did get the little bigger motor. I've got the 9-horse motor instead of the 7. I don't know if the extra 2 horsepower make a big difference or not. One thing you need to do once in a while is take these lines off and blow back through them. Because if you get crud plugging you up, you don't get a good water flow. And we have earwigs around here and insects, and the damn things got in there, the mud daubers, I think it was, and they plugged that up. I had to actually get a little wire and then run some water through and blow it out, and everything went good. But no complaints of the mill at all. It's a great mill. Hey, thanks for watching. Go check out Shauna and her husband. They have a great channel. I can't think of his name. I think it's Jeff, but I'm not sure. Sorry if it isn't. You all have a great day, and I'll get this posted someday. I want to bring you back for a moment. This is that same basswood log, sod. There's a piece that measures 3/4. There's another piece that measures 3/4 because I wanted that for the people that do cartoon type carving. If they want to do a pipe or an axe or something, anything small, you can use smaller pieces. That one's 2-inch. Yeah, I think that one's 2. They both look like they're 2-inch. No, it's 1.5 inches by 7. I think we got a 5.5 inch by 1.5 inches. A lot of material there that can be used for projects and hobbies. That one, I saw it a 3x3 square. I have no idea what that turns on a lathe. We'll find out. It's kind of soft. Okay, that was the nicer stuff. There's a little bark left on that one. But then you got these 4 boards here that are sawed at 1 inch thick, and they have the bark on. Well, I will cut them 2 feet in length, 2 2s and a 3s, and they'll stack a little better to dry. And then I'll just clean that. I'll edge them on my table saw. I'm not going to edge them with this one. You wouldn't have enough left to say so. But there's a lot of material there. So out of that log that would have laid in the woods and rotted, you can see, if you're a wood carver or anybody, and I'm going to do a video on it. Someday I'm hoping to sell carving materials, woodworking materials, and do them at a fair price, at a very good price for people, because I won't have the overhead that a lot of places do. I won't have the overhead like buying expensive logs and that sort of thing. Anyway, I'll probably get some comments. I hope for your feedback. That's my take on this mill. I like it. I don't use the hand throttle. I don't use that one. I use this one here. Just turn it on, walk up that end, reach down, flip it back. I don't know. I just wasn't wild about that setup, so I don't use it. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope this all comes out good.